Let's go in the shade.
Yeah, let's go in the shade. No, I'm not streaming.
I am.
Yeah. So what do you do down here? You from here?
No.
Okay.
So similarly to you, I live in Oakland. I work in San Francisco. So I too am in the belly of the beast.
Right.
And I am too probably one of like 500 conservatives in the entire Bay Area.
You're right.
Maybe there's more, but they don't come out and support anything. Anyhow, what's your name again?
The Black Conservative Preacher on Facebook and YouTube. The Black Conservative Preacher. So you're from the Bay Area. So do you remember the Battle of Berkeley?
I remember when Milo Yiannopoulos came up to
and Stickman and all.
I remember all that.
We were down there for that. Portland represented, went down there for that. The Patriots from Portland went on down there for the Battle of Berkeley and squared up against Antifa and all the commies. So since then, I've been very active in Portland. I've been going out streaming. I started going out streaming on this last round of Antifa, you know, when George Floyd and all that type of stuff happened. I've been out streaming in Portland. First and foremost, I'm a street preacher. So they already knew me. They were already doxing me because I was out there preaching against Antifa long before Antifa was Antifa. Even before Trump became Trump.
Oh, because they've been doing this shit for years. It's been about 6 years that,
yep.
I mean, I've been knowing the Antifa name. They've been stirring it up for a while now. This isn't new.
It's not new, and a lot of people, even I can tell down here, haven't even experienced Antifa.
No, they have no clue.
They've heard of them, but they have never firsthand experienced or seen their tactics and all the stuff that they do. So a lot of people would be, I would say, would be spooked if they ever saw them in action.
Exactly.
They'd be
exactly.
Spooked. And a lot of people talk about standing up and rising up to Antifa, which I get, and we need more to do it. And my heart is for the church, because the Patriots have been showing the church up. The Patriots have been putting the church folks to shame, because the Patriots have been the ones out on the streets making a stand, while people in the church had just been sitting there praying.
And covering their face because Gavin Newsom told them to.
Right.
Or because Gretchen Whitmer told them to.
Yeah.
Or because some other demonic commie, paid off commie with offshore accounts told them to.
Yep.
I have a problem with that, but go ahead, I'm sorry.
Don't
get me started.
You're
Woo!
all good. See, and all that stuff is just preparations for what's to come, because the gentleman up there spoke about a one world order, the mark of the beast.
Yep.
And all this stuff is just trying to see how far they can push you to see if you will comply.
Exactly.
And most people will. It's been proven. It's proven. You look around, obviously, people are wearing their masks. They're saying, yes, master, whatever you want to say. And guess what? Because it's your livelihood, and you're not willing to stand up and make a difference. You're not willing to stand for your freedoms and your rights. You're saying okay to whatever they're telling you to do. And that's the problem.
And didn't God create us to be free, to live life abundantly?
That's liberty.
And you
that's
see,
liberty and freedom right there.
Here's the scary part for me. I'm not even a Christian anymore. I was a Buddhist for 10 years and practicing witchcraft myself to some degree. And the fact that I'm seeing everything that I grew up on the Bible, everything that Pastor Hagee told me when I was young, everything that Rod Parsley told me when I was young, it's all happening.
Coming to pass. And people say the Bible was fake.
And I'm freaked out.
Yeah. And people were saying, hey, Bible's fake, especially the BLM, the LGBTQ, and all the liberals. You've seen them be pushing God out the country. I mean, Obama, the biggest thing Obama did is when he passed that bill for the LGBTQ to get married. That was the beginning of silencing the conservatives.
That was the Trojan horse.
Yep, that was the beginning to silence the conservatives and the Christians right there.
I do an entire video about how what got put down as far Christianity when they. This is in the 90s. I remember being about 13 or 14 years old, listening to Pastor Hagee talk about the LGBT. Well, back then it was just gay and lesbian.
Right.
There was they
didn't have no alphabet.
They didn't have all the alphabet in it. I remember him talking about the LGBT agenda when I was a kid. And all these years later, little by little, it's all coming true. So now I have to question, okay, is it really about Christianity just brought the message, but the message that they were bringing, it's all coming to pass.
It is.
And the last step is to eliminate the age of consent, which is already happening in small forms in California. I don't know if in any other states. When that happens, God is going to tear this country down. Okay, so we as patriots, and if you are a Christian, even if you're a Buddhist or a pagan or anything, if you're on the right side of light, if you know God's voice like I do, you can come away from all of that. And you need to stand tall, because now's the time. When that happens, it's over. We are not Greco-Roman culture. Okay, and that's what these elites want to turn this country into, is a free-for-all where they can rape kids, rape the economy, rape the middle class, and rape business owners. It's time to stop it.
Because
it's time to end it.
The gentleman up there earlier, he brought up Sodom and Gomorrah. And the Bible talks about it returning to the days of Noah, when, just like what you was just saying, the rape, the sodomy, and all these things are just going to run the land. And that's what the commies are trying to do. They're trying to bring back that stuff into this nation and destroy it from within.
Right.
And you have to stand for something. You have to stand for something that's righteous.
And listen, we're not bashing gay people. What you do as grown folks, you can do as grown folks. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the introduction of pedophilia into mainstream culture. And they've been hiding it. They've been seeping it in little by little by little by little. And we've accepted it. Okay, we let Nickelodeon do Nickelodeon. We let MTV do MTV. We let our kids dress the way they want. We let our kids have sex in the home. We never enforced abstinence in our families. Okay, and now look at us. Now look at us. But anyway, so you're kind of like me. Like, you saw what Antifa was really doing, and you're just trying to showcase that to the rest of the country through your live stream. And that's kind of what I've been doing since I've been on my political journey, is traveling the country with Walkaway, with the Proud Boys, with, this is my first Angry Vikings. What's up, Enrique? Hey, Joe. What's up, Gavin?
Look at you. All right.
I
saw where that was going.
Yeah. Well, they're all married, but I can't. Well, Enrique's not. I don't want that though. Anyhow, so just watch his channel, because he's trying to show you guys the real deal. And if you have friends and family members, there's people who honestly don't believe. I'm noticing that here, even in Florida. There's not the level of destruction here. So people don't take it seriously. They don't believe that it's real. This is the problem that I'm having.
This is like this. The Antifa ain't showing up here.
No.
They're not showing up here.
No, they'd be stupid.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, for those of people who are still living in blue states, you still have family members and friends and coworkers that are living in this, literally what I call like a blue dream, because it's a freaking fantasy. Okay, they still support the crap. They still believe it's peaceful protesting. It's not. Okay, follow my channel and follow his channel, because he's also in the belly of the beast. I assume you've probably seen much more than I have, because you've been doing it far longer than I have. So once again, give everyone your socials.
The Black Conservative Preacher. It's The Black Conservative Preacher on Facebook and YouTube.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.